Hello guys, welcome back to my channel Chemophilic by Bhavna Shaktat. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please go and subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon to get the notification of the latest videos. So this is part third of solid state. In the last section we have discussed about what are solids, then types of solids where we studied amorphous and crystalline, then we have studied the types of crystalline solids where we studied about ionic, molecular, covalent and metallic solids. Then we discussed about unit cell and lattice, and further we discussed about the packing efficiency in different types of arrangements in crystal lattices. So in this section we will cover one more important topic, and that is voids. In the last section we have covered how unit cells are arranged in definite lattices. Now when you arrange these lattices in different layers, there are a few empty spaces in between, and these empty spaces are known as voids. Now based on the arrangement of particles, there are two types of voids. One is tetrahedral and another is octahedral. So from this topic, generally you are asked about creating the formula when you are given both these options. So the number of tetrahedral void, if you assume there are n unit particles or unit cells, then the number of tetrahedral voids would be equals to 2n, and for octahedral it is equal to n. So suppose you are given a question where A forms the crystal lattice and B occupies the tetrahedral voids, then calculate or determine the formula of the compound. If you are given this question, so A is occupying the crystal lattice, or A is forming the lattice, and the number of particles or the atoms present in A is equal to n. Now for B occupies tetrahedral void, and we know that the number of tetrahedral void is equal to 2n. So if you take A ratio B, this would be equals to n ratio 2n. This is equal to 1 ratio 2. So the molecule will have a formula AB2. This is the easiest numerical. Now again they can change the format of question. They can give you A forms the crystal lattice and B occupies, suppose 1/3 of octahedral void. So now if you have A occupies the lattice and B occupies 1/3 of tetrahedral voids, 1/3 of tetrahedral voids. So now the ratio will come equals to n ratio 2 by 3n, n and n cancel, and this will be 3 ratio 2, and the formula of compound will then be A3B2. Similarly, if you are given another question where A forms the lattice and B occupies 1/3 of octahedral voids. As you know, if A forms the lattice, number of atoms of A will be equals to n. For B, it would be 1/3 of octahedral void. Now you have seen here octahedral here will have n. So A ratio B will again be equals to n ratio 1 upon 3n, and this would be equals to 3 ratio 1, that is the formula of compound would be A3B. Similarly, you have another question where X forms the lattice Y occupy 2/9 of tetrahedral voids and 1/3 of octahedral voids. Can be asked this type of question. So X forms the lattice, number of atoms in X is n. For Y it would be equals to 2/9 of total tetrahedral, this is equal to 2n, plus 1/3 of octahedral, this is equal to n. So taking LCM here, n, this is equal to 2 into 2 4 plus here 3 n is equal to 7/9 n. Now taking the ratio of x and y, we have n ratio 7/9 n. This will be equals to 9 ratio 7. Formula of compound would be x9 y7. About the packing efficiency too, where we determine the formula for simple cubic lattice, R is equal to A by 2. For FCC, R is equal to A divided by 2 root 2. For BCC, it is R is equal to root 3 upon 4A. Now you can be asked numericals like the edge length of SCC, simple cubic structure, is 29 picometer. Find the radius. So in this case, you see for SCC, R is equal to A upon 2, edge length, that is equal to A, is given as 29, divide by 2, so the answer will be equals to 14.5, and the unit is picometer. So another question can be asked from BCC. Suppose a crystal forms BCC lattice and has an edge length of 295 picometer. Now you will have to calculate the radius. So for R, you see BCC here we have root 3 upon 4A. This is equal to root 3 upon 4 into 295. Whatever will be the answer, this would be equals to the radius. So this is another format of numerical question that can be asked from this chapter. Now the next important topic is density of unit cell. Now there is only one formula that you have to mug up, and that is D is equal to Z into M divided by A cube into Na. So where D is density, Z is number of atoms in unit cell. So if suppose you have SCC, then number of atoms is 1, for FCC you have 4, and for BCC you have 2. M is molecular mass of that element, A is edge length of unit cell, and Na is Avogadro number, and this is equal to 6.022 into 10 to the power 23. So you are given a question where you have to calculate the density of an element having A equal to 100 picometer and molar mass equal to 14. So for calculating density, and you are given that the compound forms FCC lattice. So for FCC, Z is equal to 4. So So we'll calculate density by keeping all these values in formula. D would be equals to 4 into molar mass 14 divided by A cube is 100, picometer you have to convert into meter, into 6 into 10 to the power 23. Solving this, you will get the value of density. You just have to remember one thing: 1 picometer is equal to 10 to the power minus 12 meter. So these would be some of the few questions that could be asked. These are some of the few questions that could be asked from the numerical point of view. One more question they can ask from density is that they will tell you how to determine the type of crystal cell that is present in the element. So they will give you density, they will give you molar mass, they will provide you with a value of A, you will have to calculate the value of Z. So if Z comes out to be, if Z comes out to be 1, then it is simple cubic crystal. For 4, you have face centered cubic system, also known as CCP lattice, and for Z equal to 2, you will have BCC, body centered cubic lattice. So the last topic of solid state is imperfections in solid. So there are various kinds of defects in solid. So imperfection in solid. So crystal lattice is a definite arrangement of particles that we have studied earlier in space. Now any deviation from that perfectly ordered crystal would result in the formation of defect or imperfection. So there are various kinds of defect, but the topic that is in your syllabus is point defects. Now studying the types of point defects, the defect at a certain point in the crystal. So these are of 3 types: stoichiometric, impurity, and non-stoichiometric defect. Now if the number of positive and negative ions present in a crystal is maintained, that is if the neutrality in charge is maintained, then you will have stoichiometric defect. If the neutrality, that is number of cations and anion, is disturbed, then you will have non-stoichiometric defect. And for impurity, if you add a foreign material into that crystal which result in the formation of defects, then it is known as impurity defects. So studying all this in detail, so stoichiometric defect is divided into 2: vacancy and interstitial. So if you have like an arrangement of atoms, and if one of this side is vacant, then this is known as vacancy defect. Now if the same arrangement and if there is an entry of an atom in the interstitial spaces, that is if the atom occupies interstitial spaces, then it is known as interstitial defect. Now similar to them, you have 2 another defects that takes place in ionic compounds, and these are Frankel and Schottky. These are similar to vacancy and interstitial defects. The only arrangement difference is that they takes place only in ionic compounds. So when these defects occur in ionic compounds, then they are known as Frankel and Schottky. So you have an arrangement of Na and Cl. If one of the atom leaves its site and occupies interstitial space, then it is known as Frankel defect. But when the same arrangement results by leaving of atom from its but similarly, in case of Schottky, when one of the metal ion leaves its site to balance the charge neutrality, the Cl leaves one more site and there is again a charge balance between Na and Cl. These type of defects that are generated are generally known as Schottky defect.